It's your favorite Compas, and we are back with another edition of Compas on the Beat. On this episode, we have our quick recap of another snooze fest that was Monday Night Football matchup between the Giants and the Seahawks. Hey, Gilbert, I think both of us got a sack that night, just saying. Plus, our takeaways from week 4. We will also have our usual weekly segments like Burial of the Week, picking 5 NFL games with Kirk the One-Eyed Cat. And this week on Avocado Roast, it's all about the new season of Love is Blind and what reality show would you like to go on? And that reminds me, Gilberto, don't you have a question for our viewers and or listeners?
Yes, I do, Fernando. You remind me of all the boring games in NFL Week 4. But you know what's exciting? What got me going and hyped? I don't know. What are the words?
Baseball free agency? Where is Shohei Ohtani going to land?
No, there's playoffs, Fernando. Don't be offensive to the baseball people and Victor. But the engagement question of the week is about Love is Blind. Of course, the greatest show on television or streaming, whatever you want to call it, reality TV show on, well, I guess maybe sports could be reality TV. I don't know, whatever. We're getting sidetracked there. But here's a question for the engagement question of the week. Who is your least favorite character from Love is Blind Season 5? Is it Johnny? Is it JP?
What?
Is it Milton? It's not Milton, by the way.
Miles
is it
Garrett?
Taylor? Miles Garrett? Or is it the only answer you could give? Lydia. Ay.
Chico. She's fire.
I wanted to say more, but give me your answer in the comments if you're in the audio, as always. But if you're in the audio, give us a review on Apple or Spotify. Ding, ding, ding. Get to YouTube. Give me the comment. The least, the worst, the absolute trash of the Season 5 of Love is Blind.
The person that would get a 5-star rating for the work that he does for us is Dan and Daygo. So let's go to him now.
Welcome all to another glorious Wednesday. You already know what it is. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, I know that voice. I know who that is. I know what program he's on. You're thinking to yourself, it's Dan and Daygo. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Because not only is today Wednesday, not only is today one day closer to the weekend, not only is it hump day, but it is the day your favorite program, Compas on the Beat, drops a new episode. You already know what it is. You already know what we're getting into. We're getting into all the week's takeaways from the NFL. Shout out, we get into it. We got our power rankings, which I'm sure is going to piss off a lot of people, but shout out to all you for listening. Make sure you get in those comments. Let that stooge, that scumbag, know how wrong he is and how much of a curse he is to everyone's favorite team. Shout out to all of you. We also get into our avocado roast, our burials, what. You already know we do it all here. So shout out for all you for making the right decision on your Wednesday and tuning into the program. But anyway, I know what you're all telling me. Enough of the dilly-dally, Dan and Daygo. Let's get with the program. So all the way from across the hallway, play the music, Nando.
Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
What's up, Fernando? It took me a while to realize what's going on here, but your order arrived from Deion Sanders' glasses. I don't know the name of the brand, but you could probably do the promo.
Blenders.
There you go, blenders. Those are nice, man. And are those like specifically for Deion, right? Because the colors, the gold and black, those are nice.
Yeah, blenders.
Like
right here it says Prime on it.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, actually, they texted me today. They're like, "Hey,
pay you for this promo, by the way."
Huh?
They better pay you for this promo.
I know. They were like, "Hey," they texted me. I was watching Real Madrid dominate Napoli, and they text me, "Hey, your order is in." I'm like, you know what? It's bye week. Time for me to relax. I need some cool shades. Boom! Went out and got them, and they're legit. And she's like, by the way, I don't know. Do you like these?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I really like them." She's like, "Well, they come out in black in November." I'm like, "Beautiful. Sign me up. I want the pair in black as well." So. I'm feeling a little prime time. I feel like I could go get a pick 6 in today's NFL and do the high step into the end zone like Deion Sanders. But obviously,
I'm jealous though. I want my own pair that I'm trying to find.
I know, but
glasses.
before I can enjoy the rest of my bye week, it is time for a little bit of business. So I'm going to take these off. I know the Colorado State coach would be mad if I was conducting business with sunglasses on,
I'm
but
wearing
I'm
a
going to
hat
do
too
it.
while I'm talking to an adult.
Exactly, wearing a hat as well. Well, I ain't wearing a hat. You know what's funny? Jeff Miller was telling me, our good compa, during the whole during all the training camp, Fernando, wear a hat, dude, wear a hat. And I'd be like, I can't, like, I don't like wearing, like, I don't really like wearing hats all that much. And he's like, well, are you wearing sunscreen at least? I'd be like, yeah, I am. He's like, all right. One day he tells Dean's like, oh, Jeff, I'm glad you're covered up. Dean Spanos with that hat that he wears. And he's like, I try and tell Fernando to wear a hat. And Dean's like, if I had hair like that, I wouldn't wear a hat either. So I thought that was hilarious.
This guy gets it.
And Jeff's like, yep, you're right. I guess I'm envious of that. And I just started laughing. I was like, hey, I mean, that is true. But all right, enough about us. Let us bring in the fellas. Huh?
About you, not us. Sorry.
Oh my.
Good hair.
You're here. You're here too. Whoa, speaking of glasses, no glasses for Vic today.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Did you get LASIK?
No, I got contacts. I had to go get a prescription done again. So they gave me some contacts for this week. And so I'm wearing them out today.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
Like you don't know where to look, Victor. You look kind of confused.
I know.
I'm glad. It's funny. I'm glad I did the sunglass segment now, because I could. That's a good way to incorporate this. But a guy, speaking of sunglasses, that's always wearing them.
You already know who it is. Wow, you better be careful when Gilberto puts on his sunglasses. It looks like he's going to try and pull you over for speeding. I'd be careful over there. He's probably a rat over there, a little snitch action, Bimbo. Look. He's about to pull you over, Frau.
And he has the mustache too.
I was going to ask
You know what? You would probably be a motorcycle highway patrolman, wouldn't you?
Hey,
Or
these are
an
not
80s
my cool sunglasses, okay? I know they're kind of a little daddish or a motorcycle. Like, I'll wear them behind my head if I was bald, you know, kind of thing.
Like the baseball players, like the damn baseball players do that.
Or
Or
an
an 80s porn star, the guy
What
that
about
comes
these?
in.
Okay, let's not get carried away now.
No, you look like one of the characters from Super Troopers.
Oh my god!
Maybe I should grow out the mustache through November. It is about to be that no shade.
No shade
November.
November,
Hey.
yeah.
Y'all
He's
should
gonna
have
show
seen
up.
Gilbert during the pandemic when we had to do Zoom calls with Anthony Lynn. Who was there? No. What's his name? Pep Hamilton. Pep Hamilton was like, Gilberto, I like the mustache. That's a really thick mustache.
He's gonna show up. He's gonna show up like the guy in Reno 911 in those tight pants and the boots, and be like, "Someone's getting arrested here today." Then he starts dancing and doing his thing. And
Okay, I won't go that far.
gets the
But
party
Party
on.
boy.
the story that Fernando was talking about, that I think that was about 2 months without trimming the mustache.
Yeah.
This is only like I want to say 3 weeks here. And it's funny because Victor's soon-to-be wife gave me crap a week ago because she was saying my mustache was getting a little patchy. And I'm like, hey, I always get it trimmed down. By week 2, it's starting to grow back a little patchy, but by week 3, it's full back and full force. So thank you for the shout out, guys. I feel better now.
I mean,
I these are my prescription glasses, so I can't see diddly squat. I just see a caterpillar on the screen on your face over here, dude.
It was pretty bad a week ago. It's like starting to grow back, and it looked pretty bad.
Thank God, dude. I got a haircut too. I got my trim. I got my bye week trim. I was hyped up.
Why you wearing a hat why you wear a hat when you got a haircut? I would not do that.
Why wouldn't I? It's a part of the mantra, dude. My anonymity. If not, I'd be like Beetlejuice. Everybody will just start summoning me everywhere. I got to go to malls, shake hands, and do all this stuff. The photos. I can't do it, dude. I'm busy. I don't have that much time, dude.
My rule is
the other part, Frau. Do you see how this stooge and this scumbag didn't include Stacy in that list or Izzy? You think Stacy and Izzy don't deserve to be on that list, guy?
Oh, okay. I don't even know that girl's name, but I do remember Izzy. My bad for forgetting. I couldn't go with the whole list. I didn't want to come out like
you want to talk about Oh, he
Can't
found
even
it.
see it.
You can't even see because of the glare.
You're not doing it
Oh,
justice, though.
dude, that looks like a
Yeah.
DUI
Looks like
mugshot, dude.
DUI mugshot.
That
It
looks like a
does.
DUI mugshot. You were not ready that
I
day.
look a
dude.
little like I was 10 pounds lighter too there too.
Shout
Oh,
out.
really?
There's
looked like
the there's the what's it called? The lockdown weight. We all got lockdown weight.
What is that?
A little glare, little glare, little glare.
Oh, that's Dan. Okay. Can we get the show back on
It
track?
was when Justin Herbert was drafted.
Shout out, dude.
I have
Shout
a
out.
video of,
The young goat, and I will defend.
I have a
him till the
video of
day I
Dan also
die.
when Tua's taken by the Miami Dolphins.
He's like,
but that one
Yeah,
was not appropriate.
I'm
for-
so sure that's what I was doing. I wanted to throw in some mowing. Yeah, right.
That's
Be
not
the son of Odin.
appropriate for here, but all right, let's continue. Monday Night Football, or what they said it was very interesting, just because I mean, Geno Smith goes out with an injury, comes back in, and the Seahawks don't miss a step. 24-3, they beat the New York Giants. Not a good night for them. So I gotta ask you guys, and Gilbert, I'll start with you. Did the Giants make a mistake paying Danny pesos?
I want to say yeah, but looking at the contract, they could get out of it after next year. But then like that's another year of doing this again, and it was such a weird offseason for the Giants. They're like, you know what, we like our guys. Saquon will do a franchise tag here. We'll pay some other guys. We'll bring in some weapons for you. So I don't know. It's tough because like at that point, what did the Giants have? I don't even think they had a high draft pick a year ago. They made the playoffs. They couldn't even draft the quarterback. They couldn't. Might as well go in with a guy for the next 2 years. But it's not looking good. When I saw Brian Dable throw that tablet, he's starting to lose patience. It's not a good look.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, whoa, like he threw that, and then he's like, I didn't like that he threw that interception. Yeah, and you're like, wow.
His ass.
Dan, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can we finally start giving Nostradamus some freaking credit, dude? This is exactly why, if you are not in love with your quarterback, you should not commit. You could have used what are they paying him this year? Like 30 or 50 or something like that? Wasn't he getting 25 or above?
$40 million man.
40? You're telling me you could have spent $40 million on either rebuilding the offensive line or getting some more skill players, something like that.
Could have paid Baker Mayfield for a year or two.
Exactly. What, and a lot cheaper, right? Because he was on the free agency for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other cheaper ways to rebuild this team until you find someone you're committed to. I am so against getting handcuffed to a quarterback I don't even believe in, who's going to take 1/4 of my salary cap. I think it's ridiculous. But I mean, and honestly, once again, I think hats off to Pete Carroll, because it looks like Geno Smith is still playing well, doing what he needs to do. So that's for the Seahawks.
You're jumping ahead. We'll get to the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. We're talking about Danny Dimes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. By the way, Frau, how dare you slander the great people of Mexico, saying he's Danny Pesos? They don't deserve that. They deserve
Well, he
that.
doesn't look like Danny Dimes. Vic.
Yeah, it's a bad go. I think part of the problem, and I think he's gonna get the big bulk of the blame here, but I think the organization, probably thought that they were players away last season, getting to the playoffs, and I think it was a mirage for them, and now they're kind of seeing that this team isn't as good as they thought, and I think Danny Dimes is going to get the majority of the blame here when the offensive line isn't that good. Like as Dan and Daygo pointed out, like they've tried to build this offensive line. They've drafted, they just haven't hit on those draft picks, and unfortunately, they're paying the consequences. And now, Daniel Jones is going to be the big one to get blamed here.
I agree.
They got Andrew Thomas right, but he's been hurt, and that's been
he didn't play. I think their right tackle and their left tackle were both.
Evan Neal's the one that's been stinking it up.
I think this is like their second blowout also of the season, right? And we're only in like week 4.
Third. So, they got blown out by the Cowboys, 49ers. And
exactly.
And needed a comeback win against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that's a bad team right there. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
They lost 40-0, 31-28, 30-12, 24-3. Oh, guess what their next 2 games are?
Oh yeah, I already know.
At Dolphins, at Bills.
All right, you guys are done. We could fork the Giants.
Let's go, Mike McDaniels, dude. Shout out.
Yeah.
Your boy got out coached, but that's another topic.
You need to chill. Right there, in my opinion, more than anything, it's Tua's limits. He hit his limits in that game.
Okay, all right.
Son of Odin is dropping 1,000 yards on that freaking poor excuse of a team over there in Buffalo.
Going back to Daniel Jones, I agree with Vic. I mean, he's gonna get the bulk of the blame, but it's not on him. It's the offensive line is not good. Their weapons aren't as good as anybody thinks. And then you had no Saquon. With Saquon, at least you're able to he's drinking at Moe's. With the Saquon, you can at least chill it out, and everybody is more worried about Saquon than they are about Daniel Jones, and he can do some stuff. But yesterday he was running for his life. He got sacked 11 times. I mean, that is not good. So, yeah, I saw Brian Dable throw the iPad. Dude, go pull a freaking Trent Dilfer. I'll get to that in a minute. But on your defensive coordinator, like, he was the big reason. Or my bad, your offensive line coach and your special teams, yeah. Like, they were just doing horrible. I mean, I felt bad for the defense because the defense was out there for a long time. And they made some stops, but they just couldn't. You can't contain them for the whole time. So I don't think it's all on Daniel Jones, but at the same time, you knew what you were going to get. He came out of Duke. You knew what you were going to get in him. You knew he wasn't going to be. I know you want him to be Josh Allen. He's not. I know they were hoping, hey, Josh Allen started rough his first 2 years, and then he improved a lot. Well, dude, I'm sorry, you're not Josh Allen. Like, that's just not going to happen for this guy, unfortunately, unless you get him better weapons. But I mean, Brian Dable's already pissed. So pissed that Colin Cowherd said that he should resign and request a trade to the Chargers. He talked about it today on his show that Brian Dable should request a trade to the Chargers. Yeah, that's what he put.
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over well.
So I mean, it's just one of those things where obviously the organization is frustrated. Obviously the team is frustrated, but I mean, there's nobody to blame except for the general manager. The general manager's built this team, and it just hasn't been a good look for them. The offensive line has been a problem. Even when Eli was there, there was a problem with the offensive line. He would get cooked and get hit all the time. So, just not a good look. Here's where it's at. And they wrote an article about it. Colin Cowherd said on the Volume Sports that Giants' Brian Dable is trapped and he should resign at the end of the season and seek a trade to the Chargers. So what is it? He either resigns or he seeks a trade to the Chargers. Like, you can't resign and then ask for a trade to the Chargers.
I feel bad for Pat Leonard if he had to write a story based on what Colin Cowherd said.
Can you imagine? That's just
that would be the coward's way out, though. You resign and seek a trade. You know,
the Cowherd way out.
That is there. What?
I said the Cowherd way out.
Cowherd.
Yeah, Cowherd is just trying to get clicks or something. This sounds ridiculous.
You didn't understand what I said.
Yeah, of course I did. I chose to ignore it.
No, you ignore Gilberto, not me.
That's true. All right, let me celebrate it. Good job, Ema. Good job, bro, with the joke. Hey, you try to trap me on what's up, Bolts. I didn't fall for the okie doke this time, guy.
Wow.
All right. Why do the Giants look so bad compared to last season? I think we kind of got into that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just not well built. But let's get over to the Seahawks. Are they the best? Are they the third best team in the NFC, Vic?
I don't think so. I think there's better teams. I know going into the season, we thought that they were, at least a couple of us thought on this panel, but I don't think they are. You know, even after the loss against the Rams, I know a lot of people, jumped off the bandwagon, but I think offensively they're really good. And then defensively, I think if they can get some guys back from injury, we saw what the rookie, Witherspoon did last night. He's outstanding. I think it was Troy Aikman said he compared him to Deion Sanders. I was like,
whoa,
really? I was like, I know he wears number 21, but that's where the comparisons should
I was watching the Manning cast.
Yeah. But outside of that, I think they're the second best team in the NFC West, and I think that's as far as they'll probably go.
By the way, Will Ferrell is not that funny. Like when he doesn't have a script in front, like he was on the Manning cast yesterday. I found Eli funnier than
the Mannings are hilarious
than Will Ferrell. So
I tried to watch it in Fernando yesterday, and I'm like, I can't get into it. I got to watch the real game, like the actual.
I like it. You know what's funny? I don't know if you've ever done it, but I think this weekend the McAfee show is gonna do.
Or try it.
They're gonna do a college game, and it's always way better with them because they're on the field walking around.
Yeah.
And
I've
like
seen
Pat
that last
starts
year.
running, and he's like, "I'm out of breath, but here we go." He throws the football; it's intercepted. We're gotta go the other way. Damn it! And they start.
Dude,
running the
nothing
other
was
way.
hilarious than
They
the
did-
national championship when AJ
Oh,
Hawk
that's
was
what
a
I'm-
toxic teammate in the locker room.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, speaking of you saying you had to flip to the regular one, I cannot comprehend who the hell would watch the full game in the Toy Story mode. I saw 2 plays of that, and I said,
I'm
"All right,
with
I'm
you.
done. I need to watch the real thing." I
Fernando
can't.
Not
enjoyed
for
it.
you.
What would you rather have, slime, the fake slime, or Toy Story?
No, the Toy Story one is pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
that Slinky was the marker. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, you
Exactly.
hated it.
Else. What?
Oh, you didn't like it.
No, I said it's cool. I can't watch a whole game like that. I'd feel
Okay.
really weird. Like it didn't seem natural, dude. It seemed wrong.
I'm gonna go next with this one. The Seahawks are very impressive. I'm gonna say they are the 3rd best team in the NFC just because their defense, man. That Witherspoon kid. You know what's crazy though? Quentin Johnston and Jackson Smith and not
Jigba.
In
yeah,
big,
in Jigba, they're going through the same thing. Neither one of them has really been plugged into their team all that well. And you know, Jackson and Quentin had 2 different preseasons. Jackson had like 2 or 3 touchdowns, and Quentin didn't. So, but definitely interesting to see that. But Witherspoon is impressive. Bobby Wagner, 17 tackles, 2 sacks. Uchenna Nwosu had 2 sacks. They really have. And Witherspoon had a touchdown, and he had 2 sacks in the game as well. So they're an impressive bunch. I think that defense is going to take them a long way. With Geno Smith, it's like we've talked about all offseason. Just don't F it up. Go in there, make some throws, make some plays. Let Kenneth Walker get his carries, but the defense is going to carry us. The playmakers are going to carry us. You just need to be. I don't want to use the word game manager, but just don't F it up, I guess, in a sense. And I think that's going to work. And yeah, I do think they're the 3rd best team. I think that week 1 Rams game, they always play the Seahawks well. Then the 49ers always play the Rams well. It's like a cycle between and then the Seahawks play the 49ers well. Like it's a freaking cycle with all 3 of those teams. So week 1, I don't really put that much stock into it. I think it was just like a hiccup. But yeah, I think the Seahawks are very impressive. They went into Detroit. Now they go into the Giants. Like they've been pretty impressive. So Gilbert.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that the week 1 loss to the Rams, they just overlooked the Rams. They're like, okay, this team is probably gonna be terrible. We'll be fine, and they got punched in the mouth, and they woke up from that. Maybe the best thing that could occur to Pete Carroll's squad there. And Fernando, I'm a little surprised you went and said they are number 3 in the NFC, and then I remember which other team will be number 3. It's the Cowboys, and you're not a fan of the Cowboys. I know that.
Nope.
So I'm gonna say no. They're 4th. It goes 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys. I still believe in the Cowboys. It's just one hiccup. The Cardinals happen.
Guess what?
The Rams happen.
Weekend.
Yeah, we'll find out. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do it again.
Where the
What's gonna
Cowboys
happen?
play?
Nick Bosa.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll find. Okay,
you're
fine.
gonna
We'll
get
find
sick.
out.
Oh.
More.
Okay.
Hey, but if they beat them, Fernando, you gonna give credit? Oh,
No.
1 week, just 1 game.
Yes.
I want to see what they do in that. See, last year, back to back, the Dolphins went to the 49ers and they got creamed. Then they came down to the Chargers and they lost. This year, the Cowboys go up to the 49ers and then they come down and play the Chargers.
Ooh,
That's going to be
tough.
an interesting 2-game stretch for the Cowboys. They come out of there 2-0, then I'm going to be like, okay, yeah,
All right.
they're better than what I expected. But right now, I can't say that because I think what the 49ers have is impressive. And I've been saying it. If they could add one more weapon to that offense, I know that that offense already has a lot of weapons.
Not enough.
No, if they added one, like if Devontae Adams requested a trade and they traded
Get outta
for him,
here. Just end the
How are they
season at
gonna
that
fit
point.
with all those contracts? I don't even
Nah,
know
who
how they're
cares?
making it fit.
the
All
cap,
right.
the cap. Les Snead taught us that the cap don't matter.
Yeah.
But no, but
All right.
they're not gonna be
We
able.
get
They're not
inside
gonna be able
track.
to. They're not
Let
gonna
me
be
go
able to
back
get
to the.
him.
Let me go back to the Seahawks.
They're not gonna be able to get him though. I'm just kidding with that one.
Poor Seahawks.
Going back to the Seahawks, to Dan's point earlier, maybe another way to get a quarterback that you're not really like sure about. Like the Seahawks had a good contract for Geno Smith. It's like they paid him
Yeah,
about maybe like
too
20
friendly.
million per year, 3-year contract, and I think they have an out after 1 year. So maybe that's the way to do it for guys who are kind of that middle tier. And Geno Smith is much better than Daniel Jones. We know that. Fernando, you took all my points. Good defense, good offense. They're starting to figure it out. Maybe they got to shore up that run defense, and I think they'll be fine. But they are fourth. I think the Lions are right there, but for Seattle to go to Detroit and beat them says a lot about the Seahawks. But it's such a weird thing when you can't really compare who they beat because they lost to the Rams. But they went head to head, and I'll give the Seahawks the edge for the fourth at least, but not third.
Last but certainly not least, Dan.
Frau has not been a fan of the Cowboys since Coach Clapper, and he's definitely not a fan of Watermelon Man out there. I would say they're better than the. I would say they're better than the.
So there was
Cowboys.
his first season with the Cowboys. He grabbed watermelons, and they were like on a losing streak. He grabbed watermelons, grabbed a sledgehammer, and started started breaking. He's like,
Gallagher.
that's what we got to do to our opponents. And he started like smashing the freaking watermelon.
Smash some watermelons.
It was obviously some networks took it the worst way possible, but obviously it was idiotic. But like it was just like he was just trying to symbolize, and I'm like, that is the worst like analogy I think I've ever seen. Like, yeah. But go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think Seattle does everything I think Dallas wishes they could do right now. I still don't trust Dak. I think maybe their run game is gonna suffer a little bit because they don't have that 1-2 punch. I don't think anymore. I think it's mostly the Tony Pollard show, and everybody can call me a hater or delusional or whatever, but I always thought Eckler was best when he had Melvin Gordon getting touches because you had that type of 1-2 punch. I think that type of stuff is successful where you have two different backs with different skill sets that give defenses different looks. I think Seattle they know what their identity is. They, for the most part, obviously it's the same regime and everything else, but I think they're physical up front. They're going to run the football, and they're going to be smart with the football, which is the most important thing when they do pass with Geno Smith. The only thing I'm going to say about this, I think it's going to be very similar to last year in the sense that they'll be a wild card team, and I think that's where the limitations of Geno Smith will come out, and they'll lose in the wild card again like they did last year to the 49ers. But I do like the Seahawks. I'm buying some stock, dude. I definitely like that Carroll brand of football. I don't like the brand of football where you essentially allegedly cheat and do everything else, get a death penalty for a program, and then take off. I don't like that brand, but I do like this brand of Carroll football, dude.
So Dan already answered my next question, so we're not going to go to him. Just a yes or no. Can the Seahawks win with Geno Smith as their quarterback, Vic?
I don't think so. I think they need a legit quarterback. I know that Seattle did it with Russell Wilson, but I don't see them having that kind of a defense right now in a couple years. And I don't like Gilbert said, he has an out after this year. We'll find out how long they keep Geno Smith.
I'll say they can. They can win games. I think they like Dan said, they can make the playoffs. So I'll go yes. A Super Bowl, I don't think so because I don't think they have a strong enough defense. But man, I know everybody wanted to fire Pete Carroll last year, but look at what he's done since he stayed. Like he's built up that defense. That offensive line has gotten better. I know that their rookie tackles from last year to this year, they're I think one of them is injured or both of them. I can't remember.
No, one of them.
One of them. Yeah. The left tackle. But once he comes back, that offensive line will be better. Again, I think that they need a little bit more to solidify, like Gilbert said, stopping the run. But I do think that Geno Smith can win games. I think he can win games. I don't know if he can win playoff games, but winning games, I think Geno Smith can do. Gilbert?
Hold on, my bad. I just want to jump in real quick. Sorry to interrupt the stooge. I want to go back to your point real quick of what you said, how they wanted to fire Pete and they kept him, and look what he's doing. I think that is one of the most underrated things in the NFL that people don't understand. You need that continuity at leadership, especially when you get it right, because they have the vision that they can build up to. But when you're having to, fire guys and it's always a new guy, all it is they're recycling the same players and it doesn't work. There's no continuity. There's not going to be success, and you're not going to be able to build from the foundation up. Right. Sorry, Stooge. I yield my time.
No, I get what you're saying. The future is bright for Pete Carroll, and the future is not bright for Team 3, and the Seahawks went the right way.
That's big facts.
They were smart with their future in selecting Pete Carroll and not.
What's Future's most famous song? I don't even know a song.
Are you kidding?
All
It's
I
not
know
about
is
his
that
songs. It's about his actions, what he's
all
done.
I know. Oh, he's the one in the Hoodville memes, right?
Yeah, he's the one that
See, I do
Scottie
know him.
Pippen. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Scottie
let's
Pippen
get
denied him
back.
an autograph.
Hold
Ooh,
on,
that
hold
was.
on,
With
Oh,
the
I
yes or
remember
no
that.
question.
hold on,
That's why
hold
I
on,
said-
Gilbert. Hold on, Gilbert. Hold on.
Sierra, this beat is automatic. Y'all are gone. We are playing well. Yeah.
Shut-
Yeah, exactly.
Fernando looks like you can tell the difference. By the way, I don't know. I don't even want to put you on the spot there, but
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Go ahead, Gilbert. Well, my bad. Can the Seahawks win with Geno Smith as their quarterback?
Yes, in terms of they'll go further than last year. I could totally see them winning a wild card game, getting to the division, or maybe even a championship game, because I'm still unsure about the Eagles. I like the Eagles, but it just sucks that they have the 49ers in their own division. But hey, I had the Seahawks and 49ers meeting in the NFC title game. I could still see that for sure.
Yeah, completely agree. All right. We're gonna go to the Vic and Dan and Daygo's week 4 takeaways. Vic, go ahead.
I'm really impressed just watching the games this week with what the Bills did. I kind of saw this early on. I thought, and we pointed out before when we had our carne asada episode in terms of the Bills. I thought that this was, you forget about teams like this because they don't win in the playoffs, and people are so disappointed that they give up on teams like this. And just seeing Josh Allen just be really effective. He's finally starting to get the point that, hey, if I complete passes and not try to do hero ball all the time, you can do hero ball once in a while, but when you play within the offense, this team is so unbeatable. And one of the stats that really blew my mind over the weekend was the fact that in the last 40 games with Josh Allen, the Bills have only lost 2 games, 2 of them, of more than a field goal. So that's really they've been competitive in the last 40 games outside of 2 games, and so they've just been impressive. And then the other one, the Colts, just doing research, getting ready for the Rams and Colts. What they're building over there outside of Jim Irsay, letting those guys do their thing with when Shane Steichen has been really impressive. Even Gus Bradley changing up things, going away from the cover 3, being more aggressive with the personnel that they have with their front 7, who lead the league in tackles for loss, sacks, or they're like second in sacks, and they're like second in forced fumbles. It's outstanding just to see when you let people do their job, as Dan and Daigle pointed out earlier. It's amazing what they can do, and the owner isn't involved. So just shout out to both of those teams. This is just an impressive weekend from those 2 teams, even though the Colts lost.
Dan and Dago's team is number 1 in sacks in the NFL.
What team?
What are you talking about?
The
No way.
Chargers.
Oh, sick.
Are they really? Because of
Yeah.
Khalil Mack?
Don't even
Well,
remind me.
they
I
had
really know
5
my fault.
against the Buccaneers. No, the Titans. They had 5 against the
Yeah.
Titans. They had like 4 or 5 against the
Kirk.
the Kirk Cousins, and then they had 7 against.
You would think it would be the Seahawks after getting 10, 11 sacks.
You're not. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Dan, are you gonna mention anything, or can I have the floor?
The other thing I want to mention, and it'll be quick, stop focusing on the idiots in the press box. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of baseball. I just want freaking football. Make it violent again, and I'm tired of these ghost penalties. Go.
You can talk about it if you want.
I always look like a hater. Everybody doesn't want to believe me when I talk about the World Cup and I talk about their beloved Chiefs. Everybody thinks I'm a hater. Watch the tape. Tape don't lie. All of it. You remember, and everybody forgets this now because now we revere Brady. They used to say that all the time. Careful when you play the Patriots. All of a sudden, there's ghost flags coming out as soon as a ball's incomplete or whatever. All of a sudden, we forget these things. They think I'm stupid. They think I don't watch the tape. I watch the tape. I know what's going on. They think I'm stupid. I'm just going to put it as simple as this. Do you think the freaking poster boy for State Farm was going to lose in State Farm Stadium? Highly doubt
That's
it.
not State. Oh, in the Super Bowl.
Highly doubt it.
Far.
5 times they had to change the Eagles had to change their cleats.
Then they have 6 downs in AFC championships or whatever. It's a joke. It's a mockery.
Okay, fine. But keep it to one game. Yeah, they don't want to see the new couple.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is now
lose.
there. Yeah.
No, I thought Brittany Mahomes was bad. Taylor Swift's at least.
Holy
her
crap!
credit.
I think Dan has sympathy for Brittany Mahomes. Now.
I know.
Oh no, I have less sympathy for her. She was bad. Give Taylor Swift her credit. She's at least earned the right to be there because she's good at what she does. But I'm tired
Is
of it.
she?
I don't care. I mean, I don't like her music, but apparently she's good enough to start a cult. So
There's like a yeah, she did. There's like an IG post from ESPN saying, "Look at the star power in this suite." It's like Taylor
Who
Swift.
cares? Who cares?
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and then Brittany
Blake
Mahomes.
Lively.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
You know-
and Brittany
you know
Mahomes.
what's crazy, though?
Deadpool's overrated.
Somebody texted me. I think it was Dan or maybe it was JC. I can't remember who. They were like, "Oh, so all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers came back because Taylor Swift." Like they were saying that Aaron Rodgers came back because of Taylor Swift. I'm like, why would Aaron Rodgers come out because of Taylor Swift? Like,
Oh, because he
there
was at
for
one
his
of her
team.
concerts, I think. Allegedly.
Yeah, something weird.
He was
But
there.
Did
real
you
quick,
see the meme? Did you see the meme of the idiot Swiftie spelled Kelsey's name wrong like an idiot?
she
I'm
made
sick of
a
this
jersey.
sideshow crap.
She made a jersey and it said KELSEY. Yeah.
Clayson.
By the way, I know I picked the Buccaneers to win the NFC South and they're 3-1, but I'm nervous.
Shout out.
To not win a division?
They have the Lions next.
Shout out.
The Falcons is fine. Then they go to the Bills. They
Ooh.
go to the Texans. The Titans come there. They go to the 49ers. They go to the Colts.
Oh, because they have the first place schedule. That's why.
Yeah.
Freaking
Then,
Tom
Got a
Brady.
gauntlet.
then the Panthers come there.
This
then
is
they go to
what
the
Tom
Falcons.
Brady left Baker
Dude,
Mayfield.
listen to this. They finish up at Packers. The Jaguars come there. Then the Saints come marching in there, and then they end at the Panthers. But that middle sandwich, that Bills, Texans, Titans, and 49ers and Colts, jeez. I hope they come out at least 3-2 out of that.
Someone's
but
winning that division 8-9 again, right?
you probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey,
most likely.
I don't say this often, but the Bucks are by far the best team in the NFC.
Oh, 100%. I'm telling you, that defense, that offense.
no.
Yeah,
The only thing
weapons,
is,
yeah.
oh shit,
He just cursed it.
damn it.
They are the Cardinals. I mean, the Panthers are terrible. They're 0-4. Sorry,
How's that
Cardinals.
Super Bowl pick doing, Gilberto?
What?
How's
My
that
How's that
Man.
Super Bowl pick?
They're
I
not
know
going to win
they're by
now.
far the
Then Mike
best.
Evans got hurt.
What?
Whatever.
How's that Super Bowl
All right.
pick?
The Saints are bad. The Falcons are bad. The Panthers are bad. The Buccaneers could do it. 8-9, like
know,
you guys
they're
said.
new.
The Falcons are actually
Derek
really
Carr's
good
not
in
the same.
every other vicinity except for quarterback.
He stinks. Arthur
I
Smith.
know.
I'm gonna bury Arthur Smith later, but yeah.
If the Bears are really gonna get rid of Justin Fields, hell, just send him a 4th round pick and bring him in and try and see what he could do.
They might clean house. It's been so embarrassing.
Yeah.
We'll get
All
Kirk
right.
Cousins.
Let's go. Well, I don't think they'll give him up. That's what I had said about the Jets. The Jets should go after him, bring him in, and let him compete. He's 1-3 over. Well, he's 1-3. here,
1-3. I think it's too late. I feel
Yeah, yeah. All right. It's time for the Compas NFL Power Rankings. I'll go first. Number 1, 49ers. Number 2, the Eagles. Number 3, the Bills. Number 4, the Chiefs. Number 5, the Dolphins.
You guys are really taking that Kool-Aid, aren't you?
Gilbert, go up. Who?
Bills. You guys are drinking that Kool-Aid today.
Go Gilbert.
Yeah, I'll give a quick point to that. I get what you're saying there because the Bills have like stretches where they're super dominant for like a month, and then they have like 2 or 3 games where they're just terrible. So we'll see if they fall down, but we are drinking a little bit right now. But
yeah, Dan's team is going to beat the Bills in December and make them look like frauds, and then they're going to go into
Where's
the
the
playoffs.
game at? In
Everybody's-
New York?
No, in LA.
Oh.
yeah,
everybody,
Ooh, I might want to go to that.
everybody's
see
gonna think
people
that
jumping on the-
everybody's gonna think that the Bills are really bad, and they're gonna go into the playoffs. They're gonna play well, and it might surprise a couple of people. But I think Von Miller's coming back, and I already said it on the live episode yesterday or on Monday. The Bills need to make a trade for a cornerback. If they can bring in a cornerback now that Tre'Davious White is out, they can go get a top tier cornerback. They'll be fine. Because I think Sean McDermott has a good. Sean McDermott seems to have the blueprint for the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, please. Did we all forget he could have been high on the sideline vaping and almost beat him in the playoffs with the 3rd stringer?
Okay, but that just talks
Tua
more about Mike
limitations.
McDaniel's system and the limitations of Tua than anything else.
That's
They're
why
gonna
he
be
fired.
You know
playing
what's
no
crazy?
brainer.
You know what's crazy? The backup is Mike White. Can you imagine?
And let me tell you something. Big Dick Mike, he's gonna sling it when he gets in there. We know he's gonna get in there at some point.
So
Sorry
when
for
they
the
win, is Mike
profanity. I was trying to come up
McDaniel's
with
a
something.
credit. When they lose, it's Tua's fault. Okay, got it.
What are you talking about? Don't see. This is what I'm not gonna let you do. Don't you dare slander my name because I got garbage last time. I gave Tua credit when he deserved it.
He did.
I am not a Tua guy. He's played well up until this game. I think it really showed his limitation on what he can do. Because now all of a sudden, when you're playing against a team who can actually put up points, those underthrown balls are really going to cost you. Just like, hey, I'm speaking facts. He's underthrowing the fastest player in the freaking game. What are we doing out here? But it is what it is. They're going to
Don't
have
give
to
him the
figure it
son of
out.
Odin.
Okay.
Not the son of Odin. He would throw a rocket, and I don't think he would ever drop a pass. He would never have incompletions. Miami fans, if you're listening, I hope every single night you go to bed, you have nightmares that you drafted to throw in Samoan instead of the son of Odin. They would have already won
Gilbert,
through.
Okay, let's
They'd
go
be
back
undefeated.
to the rankings.
They'd
I
be
have the
undefeated.
49ers. It's my time. 49ers, the Bills, number 2. There you go, Dan. Suck it. 3
Number 2?
3
God.
Eagles,
What
4
are we
Chiefs,
doing?
5 Dolphins. I think if the Bills figure it out, they have the most complete team. I'm like you mentioned, man. They can score points and they can play good defense and they got good special teams too. It's complete. But I'm uneasy like you are. Like, well, you're not uneasy. You're for sure they're gonna mess it up. But they have that tendency to go back down, throw a bunch of picks for Josh Allen. It could go sideways. But I'm liking the last 3 weeks. So Bills number 2.
Who's number 3? Who's number 3 for you?
Eagles. Chiefs number 4. You like that one?
See, he doesn't have that dog mentality. When you put a flower
We
in a
need
pot,
Dad to do his picks here
Yeah,
too.
I'm talking all this mess. He won't
I
do a
know.
ranking.
that's what I do. That's what I do.
Go ahead, Vic.
I'm gonna. It's slightly the same. 49ers 1, Bills 2, Eagles 3, Chiefs 4, and then I had the Cowboys in there.
Ooh.
And I for the Cowboys, as you guys pointed out, you guys are correct about the fact that they don't have a thumper. That's the one thing that kind of worries me about the Cowboys is not having a thumper, someone, especially when they get in the red zone. That's why they haven't been as good in the red zone because they don't have someone like Ezekiel Elliott. Tony Pollard is
Yeah,
Tony
get them
Pollard.
back. They don't
him
need him
back.
over there. Get them
I'm
back.
sure
They don't need
will.
him in New England.
I'm sure they can find somebody, but yeah, they really need a thumper. And outside of that, I really like their defense even without Trevon Diggs. I think they'll be fine.
If Mac Jones is going to be throwing picks and not doing his job, then with all the money that they're paying him, they should make him clean toilets and
Exactly.
do some other stuff around the
Hey,
organization.
your
Because
coach, Dan, Bill Belichick, he's struggling right now.
he's
Hey,
getting.
you better chill and not slander his name, dude. Here, I'll give you my freaking rankings. Are you ready?
Oh,
All right, let's go.
Just to show you how ridiculous this is. Give me the Niners. Give me the Eagles. Okay. Oh shit, I ran out of teams. Who else is there? Definitely not the Bills.
You like 2 teams? What about the
Oh,
Dolphins?
I'll take Seattle. I think Seattle plays well.
Okay.
The Chiefs?
No, they're no.
Dolphins.
They've struggled. Give me some Motor City Dan Campbell
Lions,
at number
okay,
4.
This is just a
I'll take
homer
one
there.
more.
Motor City
Put the
Dan
Chargers might as
Campbell
well.
at number 4.
Jaguars number 5.
No, I can't take them. They haven't looked good.
They even struggled against the Falcons.
Bro, they
If
haven't
the
been able to
Falcons
get
had
it together.
if the Falcons had a decent quarterback, they would have won that game. I can't hear you.
Did we who mute? He's not muted.
No, he's not muted.
I pressed the button. Sorry,
Yeah.
I pressed the button. Moving.
Yeah, you gotta
Number
beat
5,
yourself from that garbage.
These damn machines, they fight me. Number 5, TBD. Who cares? It's a list.
The Dolphins?
Yeah, give me my boys. Give me my boy Miami Daniel. Yeah,
Okay,
5
there you
Dolphins. There you go.
All right.
I don't buy.
So this is how the power rankings are looking right now. Number 1, the Eagles. My bad. Number 1, the 49ers. 2. Oh wait, no. Yeah,
It's right. It's
the
right on.
Bills.
It's right.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
right there.
Oh my bad, I was over here. 2 the Bills, 3 the Eagles, 4 the Chiefs, 5 the Dolphins.
We should probably
I'm still
update him
waiting
now
on
that
that 3-peat from
Dan
the
did it.
Bills, but we want to crown him. All right.
Hey, I
We
had
need
them
to
number
update maybe
3.
now because Dan did a
Yeah.
list, but whatever.
All right. Now let's
cares?
go to our picks. Our picks of the week. Last week, Gilbert went 4-1. He is 12-8. He is the lead
What
dog.
curse? Suck it, curse.
I went 4-1. I am now 11-9. Kirk, the one-eyed cat, went 1-4. He is 10-10. Vic, the producer, went 2-3. He is 9-11. Dan is 3-2, or went 3-2, and he's 9-11 as well. So we're gonna pick between the Packers at Raiders, Cowboys at 49ers, Saints at Patriots, Titans at Colts, and Texans at Falcons. So cue up Kirk, the one-eyed cat. Kirk says, "I'm coming for you, Gilberto. 1-4 last week. Don't worry, eat my litter." All right, let's go. He's gonna go with the Colts. He says, "Give me Anthony Richardson. He is gonna win this week." Saints at Patriots. He says, "Yeah, Mac Jones ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna go with the Saints." Texans at Falcons. He's saying, "Give me some of that CJ Stroud. I like that rookie." All right, next, Raiders at Packers, or Raiders and Packers. He says, "Sorry, Daddy, but I'm going with the Packers. Jordan Love." 49ers and Cowboys. He's saying, "Give me some of that Brock Purdy. I like some of that Brock Purdy."
Brock tuna.
So, yeah, so he likes Brock's tuna. All right, let's start picking them. Packers at Raiders. Dan, who you got?
What a freaking toilet bowl this is, dude.
That's why I put it in.
Wow.
What a dumpster. What a dumpster. See, you're putting me in a hot spot because I don't want to mess up my record, but I also don't want to root for that SOB. Packers are at home?
No, it's
Raiders.
It's
Raiders.
At Raiders?
Yeah.
I'll take
Well,
the Packers.
actually, it might look like it's at Packers, but
Oh no,
it's
please!
at
Didn't you
Raiders.
hear the idiots on Sunday? That only happens at Charger games, dude. Give me the Packers. Unfortunately, damn all you.
Give me the Packers as well. Vic.
Oh man, this is hard. I think I'm gonna go with the Packers. I don't like what I'm seeing with the Raiders.
Gilbert.
Quick note: there wasn't a lot of silver and black at SoFi this time. I think as the Raider fans are checking out from this terrible team. Give me the Packers.
It looked empty. Like it
Yeah.
looked empty.
A little
legit.
bit.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Yeah. All right. Cowboys at no. I'm gonna save that one.
Yeah,
for the
leave
end.
them.
Yeah.
Saints
last.
at Patriots.
Ooh, there's a
I'm
stinker.
gonna go Patriots. Dan,
Give me the goat. Zappy's gonna play.
is Tom Brady playing?
The goat.
Yeah,
The goat.
yeah.
I'm not gonna.
goat.
I'm not gonna keep doing this. Bill Belichick is the goat. Stop it.
Don
Stop
Shula
it.
says he likes.
You're
to
talking
bet,
about. You're
he
talking about
wants to beat a
one person over the one who saw over the whole organization.
Don Shula would like a conversation with you.
What
Wow.
does he have 6 Super Bowls? He has one perfect season. What else did he do with his career?
Andy Reid.
When
you
Bill
were like
Belichick tried to go perfect, what happened with him?
Hey,
He lost to Eli Manning.
Hey, you know what happened? They were
we
really
can't do this
pissed off
every.
about
I know.
Spygate.
once-
All right.
They were
month.
really
Gilbert.
pissed off about Spygate. They said, "Don't worry." Goodell said, "Don't worry, I got your ass, Bill."
What's
Gilbert,
the game?
sorry.
What's the
It
game?
is
They give me-
Saints at the Patriots.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a 6-3 shootout for sure. Man, by the way, your Bill Belichick has just been struggling. He picked Mac Jones, okay, so he's take the L on that one. Give me the
It
Patriots.
happens. They're not.
I don't like the
Belichick.
Saints right now. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, this is one is a hard one to pick just because the Saints I think haven't scored a touchdown in I don't know how many quarters. So I'm just gonna go with the home team here with the Patriots.
Ew, these games.
Texans at Falcons. Give me the Texans. Gilbert.
Texans at Falcons. Who'd you pick?
Texans.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna pick the same teams. Yeah, I don't like the Falcons. No quarterback. Give me CJ Stroud.
Dan.
Texans.
Vic.
Damn.
Yeah, Texans.
All right. Titans at. Oh, this will be different. Titans at Colts. Give me the Colts. Dan.
Yeah. It's at Colts.
Yes. Gilbert.
We're all gonna have the same answers. Colts. What's going on this week?
Vic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts as well.
I'll take the under on this one. Give me the Titans.
All right.
Finally.
No, this one will break it. Cowboys at
Oh, yeah.
49ers. I'm going 49ers.
I gotta
Dan?
break it.
Yeah, it's not.
You're gonna go for no, you're not allowed to go 49ers.
I
Dan,
know. You're over here on the Cowboy hype train. You got to go.
And Mr. ranking them at 5, you're gonna go Cowboys as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You ranked the
Exactly.
49ers number 1. What are you talking about? We all did.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys ranked the Cowboys. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'm gonna go. Okay, so 49ers, Gilbert.
All right, F it. Give me the Cowboys. You baited me, you jerk.
Vic.
I'm going 49ers.
I don't like the same crap, all right? So fine.
No, I know, but this week
I'm sorry, there wasn't a lot to pick from.
No, you're good. No, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just like last week, all the games are garbage. Sunday was so boring.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
but I'll be here this weekend, so it'll be more
Yeah.
entertaining.
We might have to finish Love Is Blind instead of watching some of these games if they're that bad.
It's been a good season. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
Dude, I feel like this season so far, right, is either race to the bottom or race to the top, dude. There's like no in between.
All right. Speaking of somebody who keeps on racing to the top of the charts because fans keep on asking for him, is Dan and Daygo. So let's go to him now.
Shout out. I know what you're saying now. You see me again. You're saying, hello, Dan and Daygo, my old friend. Well, it's good to see you all again. And let me tell you something. It is getting into that season, hoodie season. We all love hoodies, right? Shout out to hoodie season. Not only is right now the time where you're starting to get your pumpkin spice lattes and all that other crap, but let me tell you something better that'll keep you warm. Shout out to Compas on the Beat. We got hoodies over here. Go check them out. I kid you not. You know me. Dan and Daygo is always a truth teller. I kid you not. You can get that hoodie, put it on out of the package. It's going to be comfortable. I kid you not. One of my favorite hoodies that I own. Absolutely love it. I love that now we're getting into the hoodie season again. So that way I don't look like a maniac wearing a hoodie in 80-degree weather or whatever. Check it out. CertifiedCompas.shop. Go over there, order a hoodie. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Black Friday's coming up. Colder weather's coming up. Christmas is coming up. Hell, for Halloween, I don't know. You want to dress up like your Compas? Shout out to all you. Go and get it. Go and do it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Absolutely, you will not regret that purchase. So once again, go to CertifiedCompas.shop. You will not regret the hoodie. And real quick, don't forget, check out our other shows. We got a little House of Horns. We got a little What's Up Bolts. We got a little regular Compas on the Beat. We got a little combat Compas for everybody who loves fighting. And if you love everything, the champions, be sure to check out Compas FC over there. The lads have got you covered. But anyway, let's just get back to the program. And anyway, thank you to the GOAT himself, Dan and Daygo. You know, who carries the show half the time? It's okay. The megastar, because you know everyone loves Dan and Daygo. Yeah.
No.
Look at this scumbag. Look at this scumbag. Anyway, we are now moving. Speaking of the scumbag, let me get into my sexy radio voice now. Here we go. Here we go. We are now moving, listeners, into Gilberto's favorite segment, Burial of the Week.
All right.
I love how I get buried pre-burial. I love it.
Gilbert, let's start off with you.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for showing me. I'm gonna go more into Lydia, so I'm gonna just be quick with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith, man, like make some changes. Enough is enough. We get it. You love to run the football. You're not Dan and Daygo. This is not Stone Age football. We're gonna run the ball. That's Dan Campbell. How does Arthur Smith sound? I don't know. By the way, Arthur
Just get
Smith.
the stash. You got the stash.
There you go.
Yeah.
He does have a stash. It's just his is all. He's a sober.
His family owns FedEx.
He's rich, so he doesn't care what I say. But
Shout out.
come on, you have Bijan Robinson, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Drake London. Stop giving me the boring offense. I'm tired of watching your offense.
Arthur Smith.
And I get it. You didn't have a first round pick that was high enough to get Anthony Richardson or CJ Stroud. I won't forget about you, Bryce Young. But you could have gotten maybe a Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, you're like the spokesman now for average quarterbacks who are cheap and they'll do better for you. But Desmond Ridder has not been the guy. And I get it. The Kyle Pitts is having an injury. He had a knee injury that he's coming back from. I want to say that's an excuse, but who am I? I don't know what's going on. But Kyle Pitts has been pretty bad since you got there the last 3 years. So it sounds like excuses for me. Get away from your run heavy scheme. Get to today's football. It's 2023 and throw the freaking rock downfield. Okay. Now the other thing. Go ahead.
No, my bad. No. No, all I was gonna say is, I mean, he still would have. Desmond Ridder would have still had a role in the team if they would have gotten Bryce Young. he could have been the quarterback sneak guy for
Oh,
them.
yeah. Dude,
Bryce Young can't do it. But go ahead.
and to your point earlier, by the way, I would like to see Justin Fields on the Falcons, but I worry that Arthur Smith's gonna be like, just run the ball, Justin. You're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you said that. Yeah, I remember you said that on Monday. And
We
that's
like that you run the
the
ball.
point.
But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, Lydia, this is, like I mentioned, this is a very good season of Love is Blind, and because of Lydia's part, but I'm gonna still bury her. She is cuckoo. I'll just say that. I don't know what to say. Wild,
Cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs?
maybe a bruja. I don't know what it is. A stalker might be the right word, but she is all over the place, and it's fascinating. I forget
She's just committed, man.
she's a what, Dominican?
No, he said she's just committed, man.
Oh yeah, she's committed to
Like Tony Montana, dude.
knowing
Come on.
Uche's dog routine, knowing Uche's email, knowing Uche's friends, knowing Uche's Instagram followers. She is definitely committed to stalking this guy, and I am convinced that she went through his email, saw that he got accepted for Love Is Blind, pitched an idea to the producers. Hey, we know each other, and I'm a little out there. Bring me on. So she is just a little too much.
I don't believe her and Milton. I don't believe that her and Milton. I think that's a melting pot.
Yeah, that's a good one. But shout out to Milton, by the way. I thought Milton was gonna get eaten alive
Miles
by Lydia.
Garrett.
And Miles Garrett and Milton with the mustache as well. He's holding it down. He's not letting her run the
It's
show.
hilarious. He asked the other JP, "Did you guys have like sex last night?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Really? Like, I thought
By the
everybody
way,
was having it here."
He's like,
I should bury you. How dare you bury my girl Taylor, dude?
Oh.
Shout out. Slide in these DMs.
All right.
Stop hating.
hey,
Stop
it's her fault for not talking to the guy in the pods.
No, they were both weirdos. I don't know. That was the most brain dead thing I'd ever seen, but I'm not gonna no spoilers.
All right. Let's go now with Vic. But before we do that,
Yes.
Vic has a little video presentation for us. Let me get that on here. Who's
Oh,
that? Mr.
that's awesome.
Mr. Haircuts. Hi, mama.
Al Davis in the crowd.
I know. I saw it. It looked
thought-
like
Oh my
somebody-
gosh. I hadn't
Somebody
seen
was
that video.
cosplaying.
When he went like that, I thought he was like gonna bring the other one
Yeah, I
up.
thought he was flipping them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Vic, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, for me, it's Mark Davis. Like I was having a conversation with Fernando, I think last week, and we were talking about Mark Davis and how I don't blame him for everything that's going on. But then he does something like this, and he's yelling at Raider fans to smarten up. And I'm just like, look, at this point, it's been 20 years. You haven't done much in terms of what you see on the football field. Everything I've heard from fans who are upset that, yeah, the move to, I understood the move to Las Vegas because the facilities in Oakland were terrible, and I understand that. But like, there's no fan base there's no culture when it comes to the fans in Las Vegas, because you pretty much sold out to everybody to be able to come and watch the games there from all the other fan bases. And there's just, the other thing I've heard from fans is that there is no more culture in terms of, like, the fan bases aren't getting together. They're not having that camaraderie that you see from people, from fans. They're not getting together to go to games. Even as you guys talked about at SoFi, it was dead when it came to Raider fans. They're not there anymore. And I think he's starting to lose support for the team. And I think that's the next thing. He needs to do something. Like, I understood that you didn't draft Jalen Carter because of what happened with Ruggs. You passed on a great player there, but the draft picks haven't been there for this Patriots West. They can the offense looks even terrible with Josh McDaniels. Eventually, you just have to let somebody you change the culture, do something, because you're on the verge of losing everything here. Yeah, you're gonna make your money and you're gonna do great financially, but losing the culture is gonna be big for this team. And I think you can't get that back. Once you lose it, we saw it with the Rams, we saw it with the Raiders when they left LA. It's hard. And you're seeing it as well in San Diego with the Chargers. When you lose that culture, it's hard to get it back, and it takes 2 or 3 decades to get it back. So for me, it's Mark Davis.
Steelers, Packers, Cowboys, 49ers, and Raiders have the 5 strongest fan bases in the NFL. And if the Raider fans are diehard, if they
Die
lose
hard.
that, if they're willing to die for that silver and black, like legit, or go to prison for it, like if you're
Look how it's pop culture, dude.
no, I know, but like
Pop
if you
culture.
lose that, you're an idiot if you're Mark Davis, because Al Davis did everything he could in a sense. I know at the end he was going senile and he had some weirdo picks and all that stuff, but he did a lot for the silver and black, and that's the thing that he wanted. He wanted the silver and black to be committed to excellence, and unfortunately they just haven't in the last 20-25 years. But Mark Davis is at the point where it's teetering. Raider fans are starting to peace out on the team, and I mean they'll still buy the gear and everything because the gear looks cool, but the fan support at the stadium I think is going to go down, and they could have a problem like the Chargers did when they first got to LA, where just fans just don't care anymore and they're not going to go. So I mean, everything can change with a quarterback. Like if you get a big time quarterback, like if they got Caleb Williams, I'm sure fans would come back in. But right now, it's not looking good for them. But Dan, go ahead with.
Wait, I just want to say real quick that that's a good point, Victor, because this whole Vegas thing, they are taking over, and everybody wants to go to Vegas. So I am never going to be one to knock people to make your money. You're going to sell your tickets. If you got Raiders season tickets, and you're selling them, you're making bank right now. But it's just so tough because you weren't getting anything in California. He didn't have the money to do it, private funding. And what do you do at that point? But it did cost them the culture, and you're starting to see it right now. And one of the best environments I've ever been in a football setting was Raiders hosting the Chargers on Thursday Night Football. I got to be they let people on the field in Oakland. I got to walk around. It was an awesome setting. I love the environment. And it feels like you're not getting that in Las Vegas unless they win. That was a good point by you. They got to win. But seeing the way the culture has been and not seeing them come out in LA was a little kind of surprising. And I guess because the losing has been really taking a toll on them.
Yeah, I feel it. Dan.
I was just going to add to that. I really don't like that because it reminds me of, that famous quote of let them eat cake, right? It's like these are the people who essentially Mark Davis, and just like in that instance that I gave, that rulers or like the nobility or whatever, they depend on them whether they like it or not. And to kind of, piss on their back and tell them it's raining, how the hell do you expect any support for anything? And that's the thing that I'm sure, I don't know if you've been to a game in Vegas yet, Vic, or not.
I have not.
But like I'm sure you see some of the things like I've seen in some of the Charger games. Like you have guys in like not their Sunday best, but like it looks like they're gonna go meet mom and dad at the game, and you don't see a lot of jerseys, and it's just weird sometimes. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like an influencer type thing or a hipster type thing where it's like, oh, I'm so cool, I'm at a game or whatever. It's just weird, some of that now. And everyone remembers, like, obviously when Schottenheimer was there and all these guys, obviously we hated the Raiders. But I mean, I always loved when the Chargers played at the Coliseum because then you'd see the black hole and everything else. That was so sick, and I always respected the hell out of them. Do they even have a black hole in Vegas or no?
No, it's a DJ zone.
No, that's what.
See, and that's the problem right there. That's garbage. But yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like. I think it's very disrespectful to the fan base, or probably mostly blue collar.
And the history of that franchise.
Yeah, and the history of the franchise, exactly. Like he's pissing on the memory of his own father at this point. And it's like, they spend their hard-earned money to support this club, and it's like for you to turn around and tell them to smarten up, and they're essentially calling them unintelligent. They got eyes too, Mark Davis. They see the garbage that's on the field. No
All
offense,
right, Dan. Who are you burying?
So real quick, my burial, easy peasy. I hate it was Patrick Mahomes, but I thought of something else. I already got it out of the way. I hate for how I experienced this. I hate when people have such a lack of self-awareness when we're at a game and they're just in the hallway or in the walkway, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then you get morons who stand at the railing completely blocking us. And then they're almost shocked that we asked them to move. Like, get out of here, dude. Just lack of self-awareness. Be aware, people.
Who had no patience for that.
Keep it moving. Get your butt to a seat. Watch the game.
I kept on getting up. Like, hey, can you move? We can't see. Okay, I guess. And I guess
my ass. I guess my ass.
Exactly.
Out of here.
We went to go watch Weddle's Eric Weddle's team
Again, Frown,
play.
with the locations and the specificities. Don't
5 overtime.
specify.
Really good.
Oh,
game.
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't leave the stadium till about 11:15.
Yeah, it was
What?
like triple overtime. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like triple overtime.
No, like 5.
5, 4, I don't
Yeah.
know, one of those.
Lost count.
But it was a really
All I
good.
know is that
really,
El Rey llegó tarde a su casa.
really good game. All right, back to me. All right. Well, there's a reason why I have to do this, but I am so tired of social media softies. Nobody knows what the hell is going on right here, and yet everybody's having a cow. Nobody knows what Trent Dilfer's doing. There was a lack of personnel. They didn't have enough guys on the field, and or no, they had more guys on the field than they should have. So obviously Trent Dilfer is going to get into him. But last year he laid into a kid, and everybody was mad at one of his players. Now he's laying into his coaches, and everybody's mad again. Let me ask a question. Have any of these coaches left? Have any of these coaches said, I don't want to play for this, I don't want to coach for this guy, I'm out of here? Nobody has. So to me, that is so soft for social media to start crying about this. Like that to me was just I thought that was a little soft.
It reminds me of your boy. What is it, JB?
Oh well,
Yeah, I have a quick thing to say about this when I get if I get a chance.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Better tonight than what you anticipated he would be watching them on paper. You can be honest. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, we knew it was going to be a battle. He's continuing to get better week in and week out. He's continuing to lead.
Come on, man.
Okay, to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that was more of like a volleyball it up to Chris Jones, look to a nice guy, and spike it down. Just be like, oh yeah, no, the kid's good. This, that. There's certain ways that reporters do things that I feel like sometimes, like when you first start off with the first question, and when you end a press conference, usually, what do? Volleyball's up. Like, hey, what do you see from the Ravens defense? No, well, they're really well coached. Blah 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 blah. That was a volleyball question. Everybody's like, oh, that's so terrible. I didn't even think that question was all that bad. I mean, everybody was talking about it. Who was the one that said, somebody came out and said it last week that they said, oh, what do you think about Zach or the Bears? Something like they want, it looks like they want to run the football. Yeah, somebody said that about somebody on the Chiefs, I think, said it, that it looked like the Jets just want to run.
Willie Gay?
Willie Gay. Yeah, there you go. So how is that a bad question or a bad question?
I'm surprised you're defending running.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was bad.
You didn't let the video play. I don't want you to let it play because you get a strike here. But he was fishing for a response. He's like, come on, like this guy's garbage, right? He's garbage, right?
Okay,
like,
I didn't. Okay, I just heard the initial question. And that was
yeah. The first question, you could tell he had some intention, but it was fair. Like that is a storyline. Hey,
I wasn't trying to get a strike.
What did you see from Zach Wilson? Like, hey, like he hasn't been doing well. That's
he
fair.
was fishing.
But then after that, he was really like, all right, I mean, put the pole back in. Like,
Garbage,
okay,
I didn't know about the second part.
You didn't see
I'll
that?
throw you a hand grenade.
Yeah, he was reaching a little extra there. And
hey, at least he called the Jets to apologize for it. So,
he did.
That's soft.
Yeah,
Don't apologize, damn it. You said it.
And
You
then
meant it clearly.
this last one.
I should have a quick thing to say after. Before
Yeah. This last one.
Oh,
Mr. Pfizer?
Down a little bit. He didn't have, his like crazy impact game. Obviously, he had, some yards and stuff, but I felt like for the most part, we played really tough on defense, especially the last 3.
So Aaron Rodgers called Travis Kelce Mr. Pfizer. So obviously the biggest Chiefs fans out there, he always has his shield for his boys, Nick Wright. Aaron Rodgers taking a shot at Travis Kelce for doing Pfizer commercials when his checks are literally signed by the heir to Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical fortune is a bit rich even for me. Really? Like that, Nick Wright is just hilarious. That's like, okay, Colin Kaepernick said that NFL playing for the NFL is like being part of a slave trade in a sense. Why does he want to come back then? Like that's basically the same thing. Like it's just dumb to me. Like, and obviously if it was anybody else, I don't think Nick Wright would have like jumped on Aaron Rodgers, but obviously everybody wants to jump on that fool. I actually thought that was pretty funny, and I'm pretty sure he already called him Mr. Pfizer to his face because there was a scene before the game where they were both kind of joking around and everything. So I'm pretty sure he called it to him to his face. But I just thought it was, well, okay, I'm going to rescind my Rodney Harrison one because of the second part. I didn't see the second part. But this one and the Trent Dilfer one to me were just stupid. Like, what the hell? Like, what's the difference? Like, they're just having fun with it. Well, not Trent Dilfer, obviously.
Yeah, no,
he was pissed, and
He was
deservedly
pissed.
so. Hey, if Marcus Freeman would have cussed out his damn defensive coordinator, I would have been all for it, especially having 10 men twice. But yeah, I just thought the two middle ones were dumb, or the two outside ones were dumb.
I
The middle
I
ones-
laugh with the Rogers one. It's
Yeah,
like, I get it.
it's
It's
a
a tricky
joke.
subject. It's been a couple
Yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
and Rogers, that's your thing. You're gonna have
yeah,
your weird thing.
it's
Just think,
like all these media members jumped on Aaron Rodgers' back.
they're
It's like,
losers. We all know they're losers. They've
it
been
is who he
losers.
is at this point. We
Yeah.
should not be surprised, but I laughed.
yeah,
I know Dan
laughed
was
when he
gonna-
called him that. I thought it was funny, but I just thought that like Nick Wright, there's a guy from PFF that also like took a shot at Rodgers, and I'm like, you guys are like so like, I don't know. I just thought it was whack. Like I'm telling you, knowing Rodgers, well, knowing the way I've kind of seen Rodgers operate, I bet you he called him that last week when he saw him. So because I saw that they were joking around, so I just
Hey,
thought it was dumb.
You know him better than Adam Schefter, I'll tell you that.
That's hilarious. Or Diana Rossini. Go ahead.
Lose my number.
I just wanted to say real quick when it comes to Trent Dilfer, I understand what you're saying, Frau. Just me personally, I really don't like that stuff because my philosophy at least is like when you're on the field in a game, it's already high stress enough. The players are gonna look to you. So if you're over here losing your crap, getting all emotional, acting all crazy, I think it affects the players. I think it does. All right, what do you have to say to counterbalance that?
No. I'm not defending what Trent Dilfer did.
No, I know.
roasting the people on social media.
No, I know,
bitching about him.
I know. And it is what it is.
I'm not
They
defending
know
his
what it is.
act.
These guys are keyboard warriors, half of them.
Yeah.
All they want to do is run their damn mouse. There you go. He's showing the fingers.
They live with mom.
Okay.
They work at Walmart.
Exactly.
They're in the basement.
Exactly. Jelly donuts. But the other thing I was gonna say about that is just that. Like, I don't like that. Like, we've had a few times this year where some negative things have happened, but it's always in the closed coaches meetings room where it gets tense. And I always think that's better because the last thing you want is these kids watching you guys go at it like that, because in turn they're going to adopt that same mentality with their teammates, which, personal opinion, I don't like. I think the Rodney Harrison thing, number one, I was about to defend him, but he's soft as hell for calling him to apologize. That's garbage. I think more than anything, he's a former player. I don't really see him as a reporter. He gets a little more leeway in that sense. If it's freaking, that stooge Chris Sims or someone else trying to run their mouths.
He's a former player, by the way.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
He used to
Rodney
play football.
Harrison's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. I think he's a Hall of Famer, maybe. I'm not
No,
sure.
he's not. That's
Wow.
been one of the talks.
Wow.
It's surprising that Rodney Harrison made a lot of enemies when it came to reporters.
Dude, the guy was a dog. Yeah, the guy was a
Yeah.
dog. But I think that's more of a former player side where he's just kind of like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to disarm Chris Jones to get something better. But I mean, who cares? I mean, who cares at that point? Like, it is what it is. You know what the media does or what they're trying to do. Because look at it. I'm sure that video got 1 million plays or whatever else.
I take it away again. I put it back in there. People are soft because Dan is right. He is a former player.
Shout out.
Boom.
Hit me.
He's a former player. He's not a media person. He's
That's
a former
right.
player.
Like,
And
Can I make
they're
a quick
sure
point?
that kind of stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and all I'm gonna say about the Rodney Harrison thing is one thing that I saw one other reporter mention. This has nothing to do with race. It has more to do with just having more, reporters or journalists on a desk. And this is what you get sometimes for having. Like, I understand hiring former players. I'm cool with that. But do you need like 4 or 5 on the desk? We're
NFL
losing
Network.
having a reporter or a journalist on the table there, and that would have helped. Like having Jace Collinsworth there, it doesn't help either. He's another Nepo kid. So
Yeah, Nepo.
Yeah, I wonder why he got a job.
yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Mr. Sims, where you at?
Yeah, so that's my only point is like we need to hire more reporters and journalists to be on the table as well. So, and we
Shout
have
out, we
2
know
of them
some.
here. So there you go, guys.
We
The
are
other thing I was going to say to
experts.
that, why they try and put former players there. They're going to be like, number one, it adds.
That's what they wanted, though. That's what NBC
That's what I'm
wanted.
saying. That's what they want.
They want what Rodney
that
Harrison
fiery
did.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want
Gonna get
Gilberto baiting Chris Jones. It doesn't sound as sexy in the headlines.
Yeah.
No, they want Gilberto in the locker room talking to Jerry Tillery, asking him why he launched Justin Herbert out of bounds.
He declined. But real funny story. I saw a video where Ronnie Harrison went up to Sauce Gardner a few weeks back, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Pretty much. It's like, oh, I'm Rodney Harrison. I used to play football. He's like, oh, okay. And then get out of here, old man.
That
No
is hilarious.
way.
That's actually pretty funny.
You disrespected him like that?
Well,
Well,
he knew.
he had no. You could tell like he had no idea who he was, and Ronnie was like, I used to
what's
play,
crazy about
man.
these young bucks. That's
Yeah,
what's
they're
crazy
pretty
about
young.
these.
they don't.
like,
They
I
don't do
ser-
research.
I seriously wonder how many kids know what teams Dion played for that he either talks to or on his team, like before he talks about it.
It's funny you
I
mentioned
seriously
that.
wonder.
It's funny you mentioned that because I saw a TikTok where they were like, if you guys don't know who Deion Sanders was before he was a coach, and I was like, wait, people don't know who he was before he was a coach. Like I was like,
man.
what?
Yeah.
And then like I had to retweet like all the stuff like about the high stepping and all that. I was like,
Yeah,
Bro,
I
couldn't
bet you the high step has people like, okay, he's a Cowboy or 49er, but I bet they don't remember the Falcon days for some reason.
And the
Right,
fact that he
when he played
baseball.
baseball and
Yeah.
They don't remember that for sure. I feel
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And then when he came out of retirement to play with Baltimore,
I never lived for it.
I remember that.
he came out of retirement to play for Baltimore. He played for. Did he play for Washington?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Actually,
Oh,
I
did he?
feel like he did.
I
Maybe.
don't think
I
so.
think he did.
Yeah, I thought it was the Ravens, Falcons, Cowboys, Niners.
I could have sworn he played for Washington. All right.
Yeah, you got it right. 2000.
Yes, yeah, that's what
I thought
Oh,
so.
wow.
Was he
All
on
right.
that Hainsworth team? Remember Hainsworth
crap, was
from
he?
the
Maybe.
yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wait,
retired in 2000. Came back 4 years later for the Ravens.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so he missed out on the Super Bowl. Damn.
Yeah.
Actually,
Can you imagine if they would have had him for that though? All right, let's move on. Good discussion there. Let's move on to Avocado Roast. The first 7 episodes of the latest Love is Blind is out on Netflix. You know the compas are all caught up on that romance drama and jaw-dropping reveals. I'd be surprised if Vic, the producer, was on.
I have not watched it. We got rid of our Netflix.
Okay, there you go.
I don't blame
Reality
you.
shows have been part of pop culture for the better part of the past 2 decades. I call it more trash TV, but sure.
Yeah.
And so we have to ask, what is a reality show, past or present, that you would have liked to have gone on? Gilbert?
yeah, real quick on Netflix. I don't think I watch it unless it's like Love is Blind. So yeah, you're not missing out much. But it's a good show. And I'm not paying for it. Somebody else did. But
Oh, okay, yeah.
for
There you go.
me,
You're about to get it taken away.
I'll get it. I kind of want to be one of the adventure shows because I just want to see if I could survive. Survivor, by the way.
No.
Survivor or the
Wrong.
Amazing Race.
No.
And you know, me and Caroline talk about it, and she's like, "No, you like you don't listen. Like you're too stubborn. You won't figure it out." I'm like, "Yes, I can. I can figure it out."
Yeah.
I'd love to see
Right.
you on Fear Factor.
Oh no, I'm afraid of heights, man. No, like,
With Dr. Joe Rogan, I'd love to see it.
imagine seeing that. One of the best Dave Chappelle skits is the Fear Factor one. I always laugh at seeing that one. But yeah, I could eat stuff like maybe like a roach or a
You're
grasshopper.
gross.
Pig
But I can't-
intestines?
What? Yeah, I could do that.
Bull's
or,
balls?
I was gonna say that. I remember that episode. I could do that. But
I could do
can't
that,
the
but like,
jumping stuff. I can't. The
no, I
bridge,
need some.
no.
I need some hot sauce in there. Like if I
Yeah.
can put some hot sauce in it, like I could eat it. But
Dude,
what's the one thing? Oh, being in like a coffin with spiders and stuff. You can't do
I could
that.
do that. Anything with the heights, I can't.
And what can't you do?
heights.
The heights? Like if-
Heights. Oh, really?
yeah, they put me like in like the Fear Factor. Like they're like
Oh,
in
remember
little,
that spitting thing up in the air that like
hell
was
no.
oh, where you have to like
little
run
thin
and grab
rail.
flags
You're
and
going across on a little rail, trying to make it grab flags. I can't do that. My hands will get super sweaty.
I can't
do
hold
that.
my breath underwater that long, so I think
Dude, I remember
one.
that. You remember there was like some maze underwater, and they would
Yeah.
always have scuba guys right around
Dude,
there.
this chick
and
started
they'd have to
flipping
open
out,
it up if they couldn't
and
make
the
it.
dude comes up to try and help. She's like, "I quit, I quit." The dude tries to help her, and she's like elbowing him and hitting him, and she's like, and they finally were able to get her out. But that shit's funny. Vic,
I'm my younger self would have been on wanted to go on Singled Out. It was if you I'm this is probably before you guys' time, but I remember watching it when I was like a teenager, and Jenny McCarthy kind of blew up out of this. And then also another thing was it was featured on Boy Meets World. They did an episode where Eric got to go on Singled Out, and then
that's right.
yeah. And then
he's like,
my-
I know my mom would want me to get rid of all the naughty girls, and then
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, naughty girls, and he's
Yeah.
like, what? No.
Yeah, that's the show. And then
Naughty Girls, you can
now as an adult, I would say Amazing Race, kind of like Gilbert, going with Megan and being able to do trips. It's you get to travel. Like and get through all the cities and visit all the parts of the world. I thought that would be kind of cool. So those are
We
my
may
two.
be big, but I think Dan and I could we would kill in that
Hey, we
competition.
got big eye energy, dude. Just like
Yes.
Oh yeah, like
Two
we're
brothers.
on a
Andy
ledge. We'd be
Reid.
knocking off our competition off the ledge.
That's right. Shout out Andy Reid, dude.
Dan, go ahead.
I think this one's easy for me because of my career, where I wanted to go one day. Hard Knocks. I want to be on Hard Knocks.
Do they teach?
Not obviously. Obviously, if I was on a team, I would not want Hard Knocks. But for picking a reality show, I would love to be on a team during training camp and all that stuff, just to
Be a
get to really see the ins and outs. Because I think Hard Knocks is so fake and watered down now that it's so unenjoyable and hard to watch. Like I said, Dan Campbell's was good, but I feel like it was after the Jets one with Rex Ryan that they really complained about a lot of stuff that they're just like, all right, we're going to cut a lot of stuff out. So it's a joke now.
I would love to be on All In of the Chargers. I'd love to be on that. Maybe one day.
As a reporter.
I heard that's reserved.
Exactly. No, I'm kidding. I'd be on Love Is Blind. I think that'd be fun to jump on something like that.
We got to make that happen for you,
Hey,
Fernando.
You gotta get one of you guys on.
don't stop playing because the power of the blue check mark, they'll take your ass if we see it in San Diego, dude, or
Hey.
LA. You know they're going to come at one point. They've already done Houston. They've done Chicago. They've
Seattle.
done Atlanta.
They're in
They're going to
Texas
the
now,
big
right?
cities.
Yeah,
They're in Texas
Houston
now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Houston. I think they've done Dallas too.
They haven't
did
done LA
Seattle.
and San Diego. I think that's
Yeah,
going to be
no.
next.
Yeah.
And they
That's
know that
nice.
they're going to find a lot of toxic people.
Well,
there.
Fernando was telling me that they filmed in the pods in Southern California. So
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, the
Who
pods.
knows? Hey, so everybody as a witness, all the listeners and the two other
Yeah,
fellas.
we got to
here,
get Fernando
we're
on
gonna
there
get them on
We're
that
gonna cut
show,
this.
dude.
and
man.
submit it.
No, I'd be toxic as shit.
Hey, but you know what? The clout demon. And
That's
then,
true.
You're gonna last
That's
the whole
true.
time, dude.
No, I no, because
You'll get airtime if you're the villain.
Yeah. You
That-
gotta be
that-
careful,
you
don't
know
get
what? That-
canceled like Irina.
1, 2. Like, can you imagine if they open those doors and I go, oh God.
That's
And
what
I
we
can't
want to see.
hide-
We want to see
I
that.
can't hide my facial reaction.
She'll be
I
like, look at that
honestly-
gray hair.
I don't know if I could really hide my emotions.
Don't worry.
The way these people
We're
do.
gonna get JC and Eddie on there with you. You guys are gonna have a good time, dude.
I don't know if I could like I don't know. I don't know if I could hide my emotions. Like, I think I'd be like, I think I would be like, I don't know, this, that. Like,
Well, by the way, Dan's girl Taylor, she was trying her hardest not to call JP ugly. Like, she was really composed. You could
When?
tell.
I didn't see that.
She could tell she was not interested in that guy. I'm like, she's doing a
Dude,
good job.
the guy was the weirdo in my opinion. He was a
Yeah, but from off the
weirdo.
bat, from the looks, you could tell she was like, "Hey, how's it going?" Fernando would have been like, "Oh, you're ugly. I'm out of here." But she tried. She
I think
tried
she
her
was just
best.
shy. I think she was just Taylor. If you're hearing this, or if someone knows her, tag her.
What was the girl's name
Slide
from
into my
season
DM.
4? The one with the
Yeah. She
what was
she
her
couldn't
name?
hold it in for sure. I forgot
Who?
her name already. But
the one
Irina.
from season 4.
Irina.
Yeah, there you go,
Irina.
Irina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would
she was
be
yeah,
like,
see,
yeah,
like, yeah, but I would never fall for a chick like that. Like,
No,
you
no.
know-
I was gonna say,
No.
be careful you don't end up like her. Then you're gonna have a huge
Yeah, then
PR
you're gonna be
problem.
like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
done.
no.
you'll end up with a Lydia for
'cause
sure.
I would,
Hey, at least
I
you'll
would
end up with a
definitely,
Lydia.
I would definitely be.
Hey, at
like,
least the goat puppy doc used it to his benefit, dude.
yeah,
Puppy
no,
dog,
I
what?
definitely,
Sadiq, or what was his name?
shake.
Oh yeah.
Shake, the legend. The legend.
I would,
was
I would be
He's looking up something that
He's
you know
looking-
what?
I was
He
gonna
has a
ask,
video. He has a video going.
He was
Are
legendary.
the hosts
for that.
better at least, guys?
No, they
Are
suck. They're terrible.
They
Dude,
brought
I
him
can't-
back?
every time they come on screen, I'm like, why, dude? Just go away. Go away. It's not.
We don't need
Nick-
them.
It's
Come
not
back to
Nick
the
and-
reunion.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my
not,
god, dude, they were terrible at that reunion. Like, you want to talk about bad journalism? Like, she's so vindictive and plays favorites. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, I'm tired of both of them though. But shout out to Shake. Freaking like they. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, of what the other looked like. I said, you know, I want to fuck you emotionally before I actually fuck you.
Why is there a toe there?
You're good in bed. I want to find out you're good in head.
I did not know that was the video that we were gonna get, but I thought it was the other
Her
video where
face.
he asked Deep or whatever her name was, like, "Oh, can I? So if we're at a
Carry
rave,
you.
can I carry you?" Like, that is just the
man.
worst. But
Freaking legend.
Straight to the
but-
point.
yeah, but obviously, hey, I'd join the show. I'd be on the show. I mean, but you're just gonna see
You heard
like,
it.
the most-
You heard
You
it.
heard it.
you're gonna
You're
see the most
first.
toxic side of me, and I think people are gonna. I think I'm gonna get hate.
We're gonna reach
Uh,
out
but
to
we're
freaking
gonna reach-
PR over there or the whoever. We're gonna
Okay,
find
who would
the
you,
email.
Dan? You know all three of us. Who would you rather see in there, Eddie, JC, or myself?
Clearly I have a bias, so I'd rather see you. But
Yes,
low
we need to
key,
get Fernando.
between
Make it
Eddie and
Fernando.
JC, I'd love to
Yes.
see Eddie in there.
All three of you guys should audition. Whoever gets
I
in,
know.
gets in.
And then we follow whoever ends up
Hey.
getting in.
I wouldn't be surprised if Fernando ends up being the one like doing confessions and crying. Like, yeah, I can't believe we're connecting. I never expected this. I feel
You know what I
starts
would
off
do?
with-
He thinks
You
you're
know-
a simp.
You know what I would be doing? I'd be like, yeah, they're gonna be like, what about your parents? My parents were actually murdered by a psychopath. I was sent to go live with my aunt and uncle and my cousin. They put me underneath the stairs, and my cousin would always come down.
Fernando, is that you?
And then I was sent off to boarding school. And
In
it
London,
was
in
just-
the UK.
that's where I met my best friends, and my friend is redhead. My other
this
friend's
sounds
a genius. Like it was
sounds
it
like
was a really interesting time.
this sounds
Dude,
like
gave
a
you the
this
plot
sounds
to
like
Harry
a
Potter.
Gilbert, what
They
is that?
gave
What did
you
I
the
just
plot to
say?
I
Harry
What-
know
what
this
is
this
that?
sounds like a scene from The Office.
No, Gilbert's not gonna know what that is.
You know
what
what's
did
the
I just
funniest
what did I just
part?
mention?
No,
Harry
no idea.
Potter, dude.
You know what's the funniest part, Frau?
What?
Someone's gonna fall for that, and that's
Oh.
scary.
No, then the next person, I would be like, yeah, no, my parents were murdered when I was a child, and then I decided that I was gonna help the little guy out. I dress up at night and I go out and I fight crime.
Oh my
I
god!
help people out. And I would just make
Can't
a
wait to try
mockery
and
out of
loop
that
in
stuff.
Anakin Skywalker story into that.
Oh no, the next one, yeah, I'd be like, I killed the love of my life to be here. I'm
maybe not that one. We'll go with
You're
Luke
being,
Skywalker.
you're being the
We'll
Lydia
go
of
with
the
Luke
season.
Skywalker.
Oh, I'd be bad, bro. I'd be making up like stories left and right. Like I'd be doing all kinds of stuff. Like it'd be fun, but I don't know. We'll see. But that is all the time that we have this week. It is time for me to head to my bye week. Obviously, it is bye
Shout
week.
out.
It is time to relax for a little bit. This weekend will be interesting. It is Dan. Dan's team is facing a rival this weekend, so I'm excited about that. You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger Mexicano. But obviously, we appreciate you guys so
Arnulfo.
I don't know.
we appreciate you guys so much.
Fernando.
No, you look like the son that he had with the maid.
All right, end the show. Go.
We
Be a
appreciate
compa,
you guys
tell a
so much.
compa.
Where
Thank
is he
you guys
now?
so
Up to
much.
me.
Make sure you guys check out everything else on Compas on the Beat Network. Make sure you check out What's Up Bolts. Make sure you guys check out House of Horns. Make sure you guys check out Compas FC. Everything else that we're doing.
Shout out.
We appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be a compa, tell a compa about what your compas on the beat are doing. Again, we appreciate you guys so much for the time being. Sabes que Gilberto, vámonos.
You know how fast you were driving, sir. Lights in the legislation. Yeah. On that note, drive safe, everybody. Ya nos vamos, pues, vámonos.